Everyone here to have a good time? Yeah. Who doesn't like rhetorical questions? Don't answer that. You ever get the feeling when you're walking into Walmart, you're walking into Dawn of the Dead? Because the door's open, it's like, how can I help you? Let's start Tuesday. Every time I walk up on stage, I get the feeling people are looking at me like, what the fuck happened to this guy? So, I'll tell you, because it's the comedy law. It's simple. I was on crew team when I was in college, and we're out on the bay and we're rowing our asses off. And the coxswain's yelling, stroke, stroke, stroke. So I did. I don't recommend it. It's a room killer. And it's my opener every freaking night. I used to be a lawyer, now I'm a paralegal. I'll let that filter through. I can no longer masturbate. Yeah, because it takes 2 hands to handle a whopper. I can use a hand tonight, no. Yes. But there is a silver lining to being disabled. There is. There is no chance in hell I could ever pass the sobriety test. I can't walk a straight line. I can't really stand on one foot. But there's one aspect of that test they can make me do, and that's recite the alphabet backwards. So I'm prepared. So if an officer of the law asks me to perform that task, I'll look him straight in the eye and go, ZYXWVUTSRQPONLOK JIHGFEDNCNBNA. Now I've proved sobriety. Why don't you just let me be? Yeah. Okay, just the ladies now. ZY. So I'm driving over here tonight, totally fucking drunk off my ass. But don't worry, I'm not going to stand up here and sing the blues all night, unless you guys want to hear some blues. You guys want to hear some blues? Yeah. Okay, cool, I'll give you guys some blues. 2 things are required in order to perform the blues. First of all, the blues, if they are nothing else, they are cool. They define cool, so you have to look cool singing the blues. Nothing makes you look cooler than a nice pair of shades. The blues also require musical accompaniment, usually in the form of a harmonica, yes, or a mouth organ. I should probably talk to my prop guy. Okay, so let me give you guys some blues. Here you go. Baby blue, navy blue, midnight blue, powder blue, sky blue, aquamarine, cornflower, and don't you forget periwinkle. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm originally from a tiny little place called Mom's Uterus. You ever been there? It's not there anymore. I wasn't breastfed as a child. So I entered the nursing program over at Grossmont College. I have a test tomorrow. I need a tutor or a pair of tutors. I'm willing to do an all-night cram session. Doctor, I hope you saw this on the news. Doctors recommend that all women receive a digital mammogram. Technically, isn't this a digital mammogram? I take Blue Cross and Medicare and food stamps, and I just might throw in a free colonoscopy. No, that's too far. My full name is Salvador Antonio Espana. I'm a Latino comic, and it was recently driven home to me how Latino I am because when we threw my daughter's quinceañera, we had her baby shower the same day. That's what we get for naming her Concepcion. Hijo de puta. I work outdoors all summer and acquired what was commonly referred to as a farmer tan. You guys have all heard of this? Doesn't Farmer Tan sound like a Vietnamese guy from Texas? Hello, I'm Farmer Tan. Nice to meet you. not Jewish. That's pretty cool. I discovered I was Jewish when I realized somebody had chopped off part of my penis. I don't remember voting on this. And any of you with young male children know that when the male's born, the penis is only about that big. Okay, not to brag, mine was like that big. But the part they cut off is a huge percentage of the original. And this from a religion that takes the natural cap off one head and puts an artificial cap on the other. I don't get it. Luckily, like everybody else, I'm inundated with ads offering penis enhancement. I'm going to do it. You know, size may not be the issue, but my penis is boring. So I'm thinking of adding a doily down here. Maybe some curtains would look nice. Or a sombrero. That would look cool, wouldn't it? Since they took the cap God gave me. I think some lipstick might jazz things up too. What do you guys think? Did you guys see this on the news? In the last Summer Olympics, Israel won their first gold medal. It was for windsurfing. Since when is windsurfing an Olympic event? Call me old-fashioned, but I prefer the days when Jews walked on water. Here's a question. Do they play Wheel of Fortune in Israel? Because there are no vowels in Hebrew. Not that anybody in Israel would ever buy one. Don't worry, I'm getting ready to everybody. I'm part Native American. I'm a member of the Pachinko tribe. We don't have a reservation. We just kind of bounce around from place to place. We've got balls. I travel a lot in this job, and here's something that I just don't get. Isn't it pretty much common knowledge, even if you don't fly on airplanes, that you cannot take liquids on airplanes? Isn't it pretty much common knowledge around here? Why is it every time I go through airport security, there's a giant bin full of liquids and moisturizers and lotions that are confiscated off of passengers? And the last time I went through the San Jose airport, there were bottles of unopened Napa Valley wine. Man, that sucks. And it dawned on me, I really want to work for the TSA. Imagine their staff parties. All the alcohol and lubricants you will ever need. Suzanne, make a note.
I'm there.
Yeah. I get on the plane and they make this announcement. In the case of an emergency landing, bend forward and place your head between your knees. Screw that. In case of an emergency landing, I'm bending over and putting my head between somebody else's knees. If this plane's going down, I'm going down with it. That's just the kind of guy I am. Then they land and they make this announcement. Will passengers requiring wheelchairs please remain seated? I think that's pretty much a given. I arrive home. Last time I took a plane, I get home, check my mail, and what do I find in my mailbox? My jury duty summons. See, what's weird is I like doing jury duty. I know it's weird. Some people do anything they can to get out of jury duty and sit home and watch court TV all day. I don't get that. Because really, if you've ever done jury duty, you know what it is. It's time off from work where you can spend one whole day reading. Then you spend one day listening to testimony. Then you weigh the evidence in your mind, compare your skin color to the defendant's, and decide if he's guilty or not. You've done it. Yeah. Pretty cut and dry. You know, all across America, police departments use dental records to identify victims of homicides. That must really frustrate the cops in Mississippi. Imagine working at CSI Biloxi. I got nothing. I don't know if you guys saw this in the news last week. Did you just get that? Okay. 420, I know, okay. In fact, here we go, we're talking about that. Last week in El Cajon, there was a marijuana seizure.